Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
What's up, all you funky, oh so funky fish tank funkadelics? You are watching Aquafunk with me, Jay the Angel Freak, and if you've been watching over the course of the last week, then you have been watching me and Mr. Riley from Fish Keeping Jamaica go back and forth on whether bare bottom is better than substrated bottom. Whereas Mr. Riley was saying substrate was better, and I was saying bare bottoms were better. Bare bottoms. So, I hope that you guys got something out of this, because I certainly did. I hope that if you were thinking about getting into the aquarium hobby and you was trying to figure out which direction you want to go, that this helped out. One of the things I wanted to do this for when it was brought to me by Mr. Riley was I thought it would be really cool to get people talking. You know what I mean? Like really, really talking. I don't know if you guys ever seen my first video. I believe it was my first video where I mentioned that I was once a part of a fish club, but it wasn't for me. I really wasn't getting what I wanted out of it, which was, you know, discussion about things that pertain to me, and I got that this week through your comments. I enjoyed every one of them, the ones that were for me, the ones that were against me, the people that had very serious comments, and the people who had playful comments. I really enjoyed it. It's what I've been looking for. It's why I started doing a YouTube channel, and knowing that is a possibility again, I will continue to do YouTube channels in hopes to get that on my channel again. People talking and sharing ideas and having fun with each other. If you're watching this on my channel, then I'm not gonna go into all the ins and outs of the little competition that me and Riley had, because he's coming up next and he'll let you know all the specifics. If you're watching this on Mr. Riley's channel, you already know the specifics, so I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna let you guys know I had so much fun. Mr. Riley, thank you so much for doing this with me. Everybody out there who commented, thank you. You know what I liked the best out of it, that really made me laugh or made me think, is the people who were against me. I had fun listening to them say that they was against me in the nicest way. You know what I'm talking about, Miss Tim. Can't believe you was on the other side. Really? Deb? Oh, man. Oh. Hey, listen. Everybody keep talking to each other. You know, like I said last video, you know, the little generic comments that we all leave because we're all human. You know, try and put some thought into your comments when leaving them, because the person who did that video put some thought into that. So, that's enough. You've been preached to enough. Don't forget, subscribe to both channels. Leave comments on both channels. Likes on both channels. Don't leave no likes on his channel. Leave likes on my channels. Because y'all saw what happened. You saw what happened. You watched it go down. Bare bottom is better. And let me tell you something. I'm right on this. You know how I'm right? Because like 50% of the time, I'm always right. So, y'all take it easy. I love you guys. Can't wait to hear from you in the comment section below.
So far we have highlighted at least 3 fundamentals of 1, having substrate, and 2, not having substrate. I believe my argument is sound. I believe that the arguments in which I put forward are of value. However, one must not neglect to realize that the argument put forward by both myself, which are good, and the argument put forward by Mr. Fong, which is also good, kinda, right? Hinges on what type of fish you have. It hinges on the tank setup. It hinges on the purpose of the tank setup. I did a video a few weeks ago with regards to the different type of tank which exists out there, right? I did 3, right? Now, as fish keepers, we should not be complacent to believe that substrate or no substrate, right, is a permanent fix within our hobby, right? I believe that substrate have its purpose. Although this might sound like a commentary, but it is not. This is just to put something straight with regards to what I believe with regards to having substrate. Not having substrate for me have worked wonders for me, right? I have been able to actually identify when my fish are actually in the spawning mode. I've been able to realize when the tank itself needs to be clean. I also have the opportunity to feed my fish sparingly, right? In the sense that whenever I feed my fish, I am not running the risk of overfeeding, because the excess at first is identified. Therefore, I start to feed them sparingly. So after a while, what will happen is that I end up giving the fish just enough feed so they will consume at the end. Although sometimes they seem as if they can't be filled, because the moment you pass, they are just running to the other end thinking that you're going to feed them, right? Now, this is not to concede that I have lost. This is to actually assure you that there are facts that actually support both ends of the scale. I am not here to say that I am right. I'm not here to say that I'm wrong. I'm not here to say that I've lost the debate. I'm not here to say that I've won the debate, right? Factually speaking, no one can actually win this debate, to be frank, right? I don't know if Mr. Fong believes that he can win this debate with regards to his fundamentals as to reason why. It's my true belief that this cannot be done, because it depends on your stocking, it depends on your filtration, it depends on where you are, the purpose you are actually keeping your fish. That the whole idea of how you organize your tank, your aquarium, your filtration system actually pans out. This is really here for Fish Keeping Jamaica. I enjoy this moment working with Mr. Fong. I enjoy the opportunity engaging with a lot of you persons in whom I have never ever engaged with, but I've become acquainted with some of you because of this debate. I've spoken several weeks ago with regards to helping your subscriber base build, and I pointed the fact that you can build your subscriber base, you can build your viewership by engaging those persons in whom you are actually involved with regards to your channel. This is one such way, and I have gained a few subscribers through this medium, right? Throughout this week, I've gained an average of about 10 subscribers, right? I have seen where Mr. Fong have also gained subscriber, and the viewership have actually improved our status as fish keeper online. It is believed that with the ongoing effort of both myself and Mr. Fong going our separate way, doing our separate project, and at times we may collab, and at times I might ask via email or on your channel, to share with me in your perspective with regards to a particular issue, right? This actually helped to propel your channel to one in which persons actually look at it in a different light. I'm not going to go on and on and on talking. Talking is my hobby, right? But what I'm going to be pointing out to the fact is that if you challenge yourself, right, research, read, and share your experience with others, you'll find that the hobby for you will be more than just something that you sit and look at, but more of something that you are engaged in. Right? I enjoy this hobby, and I must tell you that I am swamped with work and responsibilities. Right? I have a lot of things to do. I even said that I was going to take some days off because I was really swamped for time. However, doing this video was really a challenge, and it was really good in the sense that it helped me to have a purpose going through the moment of, I call it now, a crunch time. Right? My students are doing the exam. I'm actually marking their project. I'm advising them, and I'm in what you call midterm assessment with my classes. I have to be preparing lesson plans. I have to be feeding my fish. I have to be monitoring my channel. All of that, right? And I know that Mr. Funk does a lot of work also outside and apart from this channel, right? His channel. So thank you very much for being a part of this bit. We appreciate it. Feel free to communicate any questions that you may have with regards to fish keeping, any question that you may have with regards to our channel as to why we do this or why we do that, right? But for now, substrate or no substrate, we are all fish keepers. So I advise you, read upon your fish, study your fish before you buy the fish, prepare for the fish, right? Don't wait until you get the fish and they say, oh, you know, I should do this, I should do that. Prepare for the fish. When you prepare for the fish, you'll find out both yourself, the fish, and the environment in which you actually, you know, place that fish is all healthy, happy, looking good, and everybody good. Thank you very much. Rally here. Peace. And you have 1 week to actually vote with regards to the argument prior to this, with regards to fish keeping. Right? 1 week to indicate your preference as to substrate, and not only indicate by thumbs up and thumbs down. Right? We have changed the modem in which you actually indicate your choice. You could just comment either on my channel or on Mr. Funk's channel, right? Substrate, no substrate. So therefore, at the end, we will tally and we will share with you. Call it next week Friday. We will share with you who is the actual winner. Peace. Bye bye. I don't know what's my name instead.